Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host and my guest is William Bill Patterson. Bill, you were president of the NAACP Oakland branch. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how long were you president?
3 terms.
3 terms. Why so long? Although I guess we have somebody now who's been president for 4 terms. But what were your significant accomplishments during those 3 terms?
Oakland was going through change, and NAACP had been taken over by some people who put self-interest ahead of the mission of NAACP.
And so your
civil rights. And they were actually exploiting some of the people in those positions.
And you were instrumental in getting Lionel Wilson elected mayor of Oakland.
Absolutely,
is that right?
Absolutely. Well, the turning point came, I was on the NAACP National Committee for Life Membership, and I had served in that quarter for 3 terms prior. I was in that term at the last time. And the national office came out, and I was inspired by men like Tom Thompson. They surrounded me, and they recommended.
When they came out, I believe, if I remember correctly, you were able to resolve a number of issues that had come up.
Yes.
And I think that's so important because you were like a diplomat. Now, you also serve on the East Bay EBMUD, a board of directors currently, right? Yes. And have been on there for the last 4 terms. Now, if in a minute you could just look into that camera and tell all of the men in particular in the Bay Area why it is important to mentor our young people, just as you did with Bill Russell, Frank Robinson, Joe Morgan. Why is that important?
Because you have to help them get to the next level that they're trying to achieve. And you have to put into them the qualities that relate to leadership so that when the time comes, they will be at the forefront of whatever effort is going on at that time, and in the interest of their teammates, they will assume leadership capacities. And that's why they were put in those positions as the first black coach of basketball and the first black manager of baseball. And now Joe Morgan did the same thing. You know, he was vice president of the Hall of Fame Foundation, and he did more for youngsters by way of bringing products of the game, bats, balls, all of the equipment, and supplying that.
So it is, in essence, it is so critical that we become engaged with our young black men.
Absolutely.
They can become the next Bill Russell or whatever, or the next Joe Morgan.
Paul Silas, for example, LeBron, now everybody extols him, but Paul was his coach.
And
one of the first.
And remember that we're unfortunately, Bill, we are out of time. I want to thank you for being my guest on All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host. And remember this, no matter what you do, when you do it, or even how you do it, in the final analysis, it is still going to be all about community. Thank you, Bill, for being my guest. And my name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host, All About Community.